Hello, everyone, and warm welcome. Warm welcome to the world of property investing. I'm so glad women property owners have shown up. The webinar on Is Buying a House the Right Move for You begins at 7 p.m. sharp India time. So stay tuned. Ayushi, Tina, welcome everyone. Swati, Sangeeta, warm welcome. We begin sharp at 7 p.m. 3 more minutes to go. Dr. Payal, Harjinder, welcome everyone. Everybody who's joined right now, warm welcome. Warm welcome to the world of property investing in Delhi. I'm looking forward to each and every woman buying a property of her own. I really believe each woman deserves a property in her personal name. We begin in 2 more minutes, everyone. So stay tuned. Harjinder, love that. Love that emoji coming from you. Yay, Priya, welcome. Sumta, welcome. Warm welcome, everyone. Good to see you on camera, Sumta. Shortina, Sakshi, Nitika, Mansi, Gargi, welcome everyone who's joining in. Warm welcome. Okay, it's 7 p.m. Let's begin. Warm welcome, everyone. Warm welcome to this world of property buying. I'm Priyanka Bhatia, co-founder at Women on Wealth, joining from my own beautiful house in Delhi. If you can hear me and you can see me clearly, please drop a quick hi in the comments. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to support you today in accessing your financial goal towards buying a property in Delhi. Like I said, Warm welcome. Hello, Priya, Swati, Payal, Dipali, Sumta, Sakshi, Mansi, Ayushi. Welcome, everyone. Swati, warm welcome. Everybody, please start typing. Why are you here? Like, really? What brings you to this webinar? Are you here just out of curiosity? Or you've almost decided to buy your property? Or you really decided to buy that property in Delhi? Why are you here? What's bringing you here? Okay, Sumta is here to learn. Tina, KP are here to build some knowledge. Harjinder, insights. Nitika is clear, buy my property. So is Ayushi. She says she's clueless about the process of property buying. Guarded Sangeeta, be guided. Shifali is curious. Tina, you have to buy the property this year. Brilliant, that's music to my ears. Priya is planning to buy. Swati is still deciding to consider renting or buy. Buy my first home for me and my mother. Sure, Payal. Learning, Sakshi. Which type of property to buy, Sumta? That's what Sumta is here for. Manisha has a long-term goal. SS wants to buy. Sure, got it. And what I want to tell you is that today we are not just talking about real estate, property. We're actually talking about confidence, clarity, and control over one of the biggest decisions you will ever make in your life. You and I know we don't buy many properties in our lifetime. One, two, maximum three. And this is one of the biggest decisions we make. So can we access confidence, clarity, and control? And I want to say this right away as I begin this webinar that you don't need to feel pressure. You don't need to do what society or your family expects you to do. This space at Women on Wealth is just for you to explore, learn, and decide on your own terms. Who am I? Whom are you talking with? So, like I told you, I'm Priyanka Bhatia, and I bought my first home, a studio apartment in Greater Noida at age 27. I was nervous then. I was asking myself, what if I make a mistake? I was scared, really scared. Finding it difficult to sleep. I mean, I kept staring at the ceiling. What if I can't pay the EMIs? Feeling tired. You know, my eyes would just feel tired and welled up at all times. What if I miss something? Back at that time, I didn't know any woman who was buying her own property at age 27. I am 40 today. And I had to create my own route to successful property buying. And I want to share this very special knowledge with you. Because using this specialized knowledge, I even bought my second apartment, a beautiful 3 BHK apartment in central Delhi in New Rajendra Nagar in my personal name at age 37. This was 3 years ago, and today I'm 40. It was different. Every part of this house is intentionally chosen. It reflects who I have become. And this transformation is exactly what I want for you. You're not just buying bricks and walls, you're creating a space where you feel safe, powerful, and free. Free to be. And that's what this session is about. I want to ask you this. Please start typing in the chat. What if buying your first home didn't feel like pressure, confusion, insecurity, but it felt like power, clarity? What if every step you took came from a place of strategy and not stress? Are you ready to create that version of your journey starting today? And let's just pretend today to come from power, clarity, and strategy for the next 1 hour. Play along, and then you can choose the reality you want for yourself. You know, in my life, I've always asked myself this question: am I choosing to move ahead, or will I do nothing and stay stuck where I am? What's your choice, everyone? What is it that you're choosing tonight for yourself? Are you choosing to move ahead and with clarity, confidence, a new version of yourself? Type in ready if you're ready. I want to know how many of you are choosing that. Move ahead, Sumta. Independence and freedom for you, SS. Sangeeta, Ayushi, Saiba, Sakshi, Dipali, everybody ready, right? Sure, Manisha. Got it. And I get it. Buying a house is a big decision. There is pressure, right? I mean, from your parents, there might be pressure, from your in-laws, partners, friends, your colleagues might be buying their own house. You might be looking at social media and feeling pressured. You might be asking yourself, people might be asking you, when will you buy? Don't waste your money on rent. Another deal will also go. Real estate prices are rising. But here is what most people don't say. Here is what most people don't say. That a house isn't an investment, it's an emotional anchor. We keep saying that, hey, it will affect your cash flow, freedom, future. What if you'll make a wrong decision? It's an expensive mistake. And tonight, what I want to tell you is that I will show you how to deal with that. I will show you how to navigate the entire process. There will be hurdles in the way. And I will introduce you to a checklist that will take care of some of the common problems women especially face along the way. I mean, I went from confusion to clarity, to confidence to security. Like, you know, when I look at my plant-filled balcony of my apartment, I know my dream has come alive. I have a deep sense of home like never before. And I want to ask you this. What kind of life do you want to build inside that home? Imagine what it could feel like. Would some of you like to share? What kind of life do you want to build inside that home? What would it feel like? Safe and secure? Love that, Nitika. Yeah. Happy and peaceful SS. SS, can you rename yourself? I would love to know your full name. Shifali, your safe haven. Security for you, Sakshi. A home to come to, Saiba. Absolutely. My own space filled with positivity and peace. Got it. Okay. Sheetal, Jyoti, could you rename Sanjeevani, please? Thanks. Got it. And, before I move any forward, I want to share about somebody with you. Say somebody called Shalini. She's a working professional. I've just renamed her, but she's actually a working professional in her 30s in our community at Women on Wealth. And she's a 33-year-old product manager from Bangalore. She was earning about 22 lakh rupees per annum when she came to us, and she saved up about 12 lakhs. Her parents were constantly nudging her, to buy her own house because, how they say, rent is a waste. And she almost booked a 1.1 crore rupee flat in Whitefield. It's one of the locations in Bangalore. Just to please her parents, she did that. And when she joined our home buying checklist journey, she started running the numbers. Her EMI would have been easily around 80,000 rupees per month. She would have had to pay 7-8 lakh rupees upfront, depleting almost her entire savings. Her emergency fund gone, lifestyle compromises huge, travel, investing, peace of mind, all at risk for many years. And during our sessions, she realized she was over leveraging herself financially. She wasn't just buying a flat, she was walking into long-term stress. So she paused the purchase, waited for about 6 months, continued building her emergency fund, and kept exploring better loan options. And then, with a clear head and a solid plan, she picked a 78 lakh rupee property closer to her workplace, smaller EMI, about 55,000 rupees, 6 lakh rupee down payment only. She still had 6 lakh rupees left intact in her emergency fund. And she became a co-owner with her sister, who is also her flatmate. And today she says, buying my house didn't feel like a compromise. It felt like a celebration. And with that, I want to bring you to concept number 1 for tonight. Top mistakes women make when buying their own house. Buying emotionally, overstretching their finances, delegating decisions, skipping due diligence, forgetting what they want. Let me expand on each of these. When I'm saying buying emotionally, especially society will push us. Have a job, get married, have a child, buy a property, settle down. And we just follow that thread. Whether we are prepared financially or not, we just overstretch ourselves just because we want to fit in. We want to own something of our own. We delegate our decisions to brokers, family, partners, spouses. We really miss looking at what is it that I want in that property. Like, I love natural light. Can I tell you about myself? I love natural light. I mean, and I love big glass doors. And I sit in my apartment today with, you know, with the curtains really on, like I don't put the curtains on. It's like that because I want to keep looking at the window. Outside, there's a balcony where I set up my, plants. And what is it that you want? Have you been asking yourself? Like, what's that location I want? What kind of safety I want? What kind of neighborhood am I looking at? What's the resale value I'm looking at? Like, I can tell you, since I have bought this apartment, just in the last 3 years, the apartment price has appreciated by over 20%. And we often miss looking at the growth prospects of that property. We skip due diligence, like most of you in the poll said, hey, I don't even know what legal checks to do. I don't know how to check credibility of the builder. So please do not do it their way. Allow me to help you do it your way, smartly, because that's what you deserve. One woman I know, she bought a flat in Noida on a friend's recommendation. She did no due diligence, looked at no paperwork, no research, no background done. All the background work she missed doing. She ended up spending 2 years chasing paperwork. And later the builder defaulted. She said, if only I had known this wasn't just about the property, but about my protection. And that's why this checklist exists. Concept number 2 that I want to talk about tonight is you don't have to buy right away. You heard that right. You don't have to rush into buying. Have you asked yourself, what are my financial goals? What are my priorities? Is buying my property really my priority? Have I built my safety net? Like, what kind of a job am I in? Am I in a financially secure job? Can I afford to pay the EMI? And the lifestyle. Don't forget, you are not just paying a 20-year home loan. You also need to be living in the now. Immediate gratification is something which is really, really big. And we got to be balancing everything. So you don't have to buy right away. And I'm not saying that to, scare you. You have to assess your readiness. This is not a decision that can be rushed into. How many of you agree? Type in agree if you agree with me. Yeah? Got it. Sure. Got it. I want to ask you, how many of you have really aligned your financial goals? Type in me. Have you really looked into your financial goals? Got it. In a room full of women, about 50 women sitting here, just two of us are saying that we've aligned our financial goals. How many of you have a safety net or you even know what it means? How many of you know what it means? Type in me if you know what it means. Beautiful. So many of you know this, right? Do you have that safety net ready? Got it, Saiba. Sure, Kableen. Got it, Nitika. Okay, Sumta, Sangeeta, Pushpita. Sure, Harjinder. Tina, Simmer. Yeah. Can you afford the EMI? Plus your lifestyle. Okay. Got it, Sanjeevni. Then there's work to be done here. Sure. Sure, Hina. Sure, Saiba. Then there's work needed at this level, right? Got it, Ayushi. Thank you for feeling safe, everyone, and really sharing. And this is one of the exact reasons why you will not really see independent property owners. There are not very many. Let's go back to concept number one. Yeah. Because I think most of you are then making that mistake. Knowingly, unknowingly, can you see you're overstretching your finances? Like you don't even know when you are saying, I don't know I can afford the EMI and my lifestyle. I don't think I am prepared. I'm not sure yet. You may make this mistake, or you may never buy the property just to avoid the mistake. You get it? Like sometimes we're so scared that even if we can afford something, we don't buy it. Sure, Pratishtha, I hear you. So I can see that the financial readiness is not something all of you have worked on. That's clearly a gap, right? Sure, Saiva. I get the worry. I hear you. And I don't know if worry will help. Definitely working on this area can move you to the next step. Who else is worried about the financial readiness? You're concerned. Got it, KP? KP, can you rename yourself? I would love to know your full name. Got it. Pratishtha, Nitika, Kia. Okay. Sheetal, could you rename Kia, please? Got it, Sumta. Vasu. Yeah, inflation is also there, Sakshi. Absolutely. I mean, Property prices are just rising. If you notice in the last 6 months, look at the surge that has happened. Especially I'm looking at the Delhi market, it's crazy. I've explored Delhi, Kasauli, Bijnor. Yeah. Anita, are you in Delhi? Yeah, Gurgaon, crazy, right? The Gurgaon infrastructure sucks. But look at the property prices. For all of you Delhi people, I live in New Rajendra Nagar in central Delhi. That's where I bought my property. Yes. Yes. We need to have those crores, Sakshi, absolutely. So we can't buy emotionally. At the same time, we can't overstretch on finances. And what about due diligence? Do you guys know how to do due diligence? Like, how many of you know what is a completion certificate? Type in me if you know what's a completion certificate. Sure, Simar, I like that. I really like that. Got it, Saiba. Ayushi. Yeah, got it, Sangeeta, Deepa. You're an architect, Swati. Wow. I have architect friends and the way they help me set up my house, it's amazing. It's such a delight. Like what you see behind me, this little wall of mine, exactly done by my architect friend. And she's also a Women on Wealth member. Yes, absolutely, Pratishtha. Pratishtha is making such a beautiful point. She's saying, if I look at a more optimistic approach, the ever rising prices are also why real estate is a great investment. So some of you may be looking at it as an investment. Some of you might be end users, right? Like for me, I sold off my property, the studio apartment, when I was to do the registration of this apartment where I live today. So at one point, I only believe in having one residential apartment and not more than that. And I only look at residential apartment as an end user. Getting? So coming back to the financial readiness, and I want to talk about another woman from our community now. She waited and she won. Ritika is a designer from Mumbai. She almost booked a flat in a rush after her landlord increased rent. You know how our landlord increases rent? It's crazy, right? She almost booked a flat. But after our first checklist session, the checklist actually helped her see that she wasn't financially ready right away. Instead, she waited 8 months, built her emergency fund, especially for the EMIs, bought a better located home with a lower EMI. She said, waiting was the best financial decision I've ever made. What do you think of the power of having a checklist, everyone? Type in the comments. Now that you guys can see the gaps, I'm sure, in the webinar, more gaps would have opened up. What do you think of the power of having a checklist? Okay. Peace of mind. right logical direction. Beautiful. I love that word logical, somehow. I really value uh, logical decisions when it comes to property buying. Really. Yeah, Sumta, most important. You're getting the importance of having a checklist, right? Checklist can help you make an informed decision. Assess your readiness to buy. Yeah. And it can help you also create a plan that, okay, probably I can buy in the next 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Yeah, you ensure that every criteria is checked. Beautiful. So, it also helps you avoid those mistakes. Let me show you the mistakes again because I am really scared for women. Like I told you, I'm very passionate about women moving forward. And each one of you, look at this, how the checklist can help you avoid these mistakes. Buying emotionally, overstretching financially, just delegating decisions, skipping due diligence. I know a lot of people who would not look at the property thread. There is an entire thread, a chain of papers that you need to be looking into, and we'll skip that. And we'll delegate it to a broker or husband or somebody else. And we'll totally forget what we want. This is where checklist comes in. This is where the checklist helps. Right? Yeah. Beautiful. What does skipping due diligence mean? So, example, say you are buying a ready to move apartment. Okay. Now, what all documents to look into when you are buying that apartment, especially the ready to move apartment? Example, I went to the registrar office and you pay a certain fee to get the entire property chain of that property that you're buying. Most of us will miss these aspects. How many of you know people who bought into properties and never got possession? Type in me. How many of us know people who bought properties and then never got possession? Deepa, you know. Simar, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Lack of due diligence. Yeah. Men too. Even I know men. Absolutely. Yeah. People who bought on maps and the properties never got ready. Brilliant. I love that, Sakshi. Beautiful, Shafali. Yeah, Pratishtha. Yes, skipping would mean you didn't look at the title chain of the property. You can look at it online, yes. But I am more of a, in property case, I am more of going there, looking at the physical paper, right? And then checking it out online. Like that's how I would do it. Yeah. Most of us know people. Absolutely, Sanjeevni. Sure. Now, yeah, please put the link here, Pratishtha. Absolutely. Yes. So chain is all the property owners who've been there before you, the property that you're considering. right? Yeah. Yeah, we know so many people. The builders have declared bankruptcy. They're behind the bars. So many builders I personally know who have court cases against them. Absolutely. So right now I'm giving you a quick peek on what to check before buying. Like number one is location. Like you need to be looking at growth. You need to be looking at safety. You need to be looking at infrastructure, neighborhood, schools, shopping areas, playgrounds, medical facilities. It's endless what all we need to look for when we are picking a location. I'm repeating some of the things which are top of mind for me right now. And we will go deep in our home buying checklist experience. More on that soon. But top of mind, what comes to my mind right now when I say location is growth. You may want to make some notes. Growth, safety, infrastructure, schools, especially for you mothers, shopping areas, playgrounds. Like for me, medical facilities is equally important. Neighborhood. Then if we talk about a developer, are they credible? Have they delivered before? How many projects have they delivered? What is the kind of track record they have? Right? Connecting with some of the existing buyers of that developer and really checking on the quality that the developer builder delivers. Looking at legal documents in real detail, title deed, RERA, other approvals. It's a lot of complex work. And then budget clarity. Like one of the tips I can give you right away is that your EMI, monthly EMI, has to be under 35% of your income. What you're receiving in hand. Your monthly EMI cannot be more than 35% of your in-hand income. And a lot of us miss those aspects and we jack our own selves. And then women enjoy special perks. Like there are tax benefits, lower stamp duty. And many women don't even know all this exists. And like I told you, we'll go deep into this in our home buying checklist experience. And more on that soon. So, just a simple checklist: location, developer, legal documents, budget clarity, women's perks. And I've changed her name. Let's say she's Neha. She's a community member of ours, a first-time buyer in Pune. And she told us, the checklist saved me. She almost signed for a builder floor until our checklist made her check for approvals. And that project wasn't even RERA registered. She walked away. She found a better deal with proper legal documentation. And today, She sleeps well, knowing her home is truly hers. Isn't that beautiful, everyone? How do you think you would sleep in a house which is in your personal name? How do you think you would sleep in your own home? Imagine that. You sleeping in your own house. How would that feel? Got it, Vinita? Safe and sound. Sure, secure. What about others? Can you just imagine that? Imagine being in your own house. I feel happy in my house. Like I don't even want to go to anybody's house. Some of my friends, people keep calling me. They tell me, oh, we have a good internet connection. Come, we'll work together. Come work from our house. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm just so happy in my house. Yeah, so many tiny details we miss. Absolutely. Beautiful. And time for some questions. No question is basic. No question is silly. And I'm happy to answer some of the common ones right now. So go ahead. Please start typing. Beautiful question, Saiba. Got it, Hina? Sure. Nitika, Sanjeevni. Yes, many broad questions are coming. They're so broad that I'm not sure I can address them really. There is too much work here to be done. It's a complex, process. Buying a property is not a simple one. It's really, really complex. Okay, beautiful. Okay, let's start looking at some of the common questions now. I've been reading through all the questions. And I'm looking for some common ones. When you are asking a question, if it's a good idea to invest in a new place, just because financially it's practical, the mistake I hear you make is you don't know what you want. Because if you're clear about what you want, the location, the light, the safety, the future resale, the this, the neighborhood, the everything, okay? Road map to it can be created. Whether through collecting cash, multiplying that money, rolling over other property investments, the roadmap can be built, right? It's not about that, is this a good thing to do? What is it that I want? Can we come from there? What is it that I want? And then what's that roadmap I can build to get there? And if it means that during that transition, I'm investing, say, somewhere to bring about that financial readiness, then that's what it is. I've done that myself. I bought a property of a few crores when I was 37. 3 years ago, I bought this 3 BHK apartment in the center of Delhi. And why I bought center of Delhi was because every location in Delhi is just half an hour, 40 minutes from my house. And that was one top priority for me. Right? And this place is super secure, it's safe, it's upmarket. Brilliant resale value. Like I told you, already there's a 20% increase that I've seen over the last 3 years since I moved here. So when you also talk about, since many of you are talking about financial preparedness, how much emergency fund do I keep? Right? Now, once you begin on those EMIs, the first time I took a home loan, this one I never took on a home loan. The second apartment, I have taken cash down because, I had built up to that level. But, when you talk about emergency funds, especially when you're taking EMIs, please understand, everyone, that if you are in a job insecurity is a reality. If you're not in a government job, you're in a private job insecurity is a reality. And your job insecurity doesn't need to be financial insecurity. I'm repeating this. Your job insecurity doesn't need to be financial insecurity. So, if you are in a profession, say marketing or IT, where I see that after 40, there's a lot of there are a lot of people who are losing their jobs. So you need to be able to assess on various factors. I am just showing you job insecurity as one. There are many other factors that you need to be looking into. Okay? Just give me a second, guys. So when you're saying emergency fund, it's not just any formula I can give you. We need to be looking at a checklist. Job insecurity is one of the things. Okay. Is it safe to buy an apartment anywhere in Delhi? It is safe. It's safe if you've done the work, right? What's the work? If you've not delegated your decisions, you know what you're doing. If you've looked at what you want, if you've done proper due diligence, legal checks, if you've worked out your finances very well, you're not getting drawn to this decision because of any emotions. Right? Everything begins with where you are. If you're picking a sound investment, you're bound to have a brilliant life. Right? Because you picked something which is really sound. Done. Thank you so much, everyone. Cash down means I paid up. I did not take a loan, Nidhi, to buy this apartment, the second apartment of mine. I did not take a loan. I just bought it. Sure, Tina, I hear you that you are in a more secure space financially. I mean, job-wise. Yeah. And that's for most of us. We can't overstretch our budget. Property prices are increasing. You're bang on. You're bang on. Sure. Got that. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening to me over the last 55 minutes, almost 1 hour. And I trust you've derived value from everything that I've shared here tonight. And here is what I want to tell you, that you don't need to know everything. When it comes to buying a property, you don't need to know everything. What you need is a checklist-driven success process, a smart property shortlisting tools, support from a women-only trusted space, and actions that you can take without confusion. That's it. That's all what you need. So you just need a system that's been tested by women like you. And my next question to you is, what if you had a trusted, proven, supportive path, step by step, where each checkbox moved you closer to your own home without the overwhelm, confusion, or second guessing? What if you had a trusted path? What do you think becomes possible for you with that? Please start typing in the chat. What becomes possible? Does that life that you want to be living, life that you love, does it show up? Yes, Manisha, beautiful. The process can be easier. The journey can be shorter. What else? Everybody, can you go beyond your limitations and see what becomes possible if you have a trusted path? Got it, Sumta? Yes, confidence shows up. Yes, you move closer to that property, to that house of your own. Clarity, confidence. Yes, you're away from a scam. You save yourself from scams. Got it. Now let me ask you this. How many of you realize that there's a lot more for you to learn to make that right property decision? How many of you realize that? Type in yes if you realize that. That yes, there's a lot more for me to learn. Lot more for me to know. If I really want to make that right decision, not make an expensive mistake, then I better learn. Sure. Got it. Here's my second question, a more important question. How many of you know that if you don't implement what you're learning, you'll just keep doing things the old way? Guessing, you'll be relying on others, you'll keep getting stuck, keep getting confused, overwhelmed. Type yes if you're done, if you're done with that. And you're now ready to break that cycle. How many of you are standing there? You're ready to break that cycle. You're like, ho gaya. Super. For all of you who are saying yes, here is an experience I'm inviting you to. The home buying checklist experience. Your step-by-step path to peaceful property ownership. This isn't a course. This is your path to confidence. This is a guided checklist journey where week by week, you will take action with me. So you will move from, I think I should buy, to, I am ready. I am informed. I know what I want. And you will never have to figure it out alone. So I'm repeating this. This is not a course. This is your path to confidence. This is a guided checklist journey where week by week you will take action. You will move from, I think I should buy, to I'm ready. I'm informed. I know what I want. And you will not have to figure it out alone. So who this is for? This experience is for women who are ready to move past their insecurity of buying a property, who are open to a clear, successful pathway to owning a home. And owning your home is your clear priority. If that's who you are, then I would love to work with you. Type show me how in the comments. I want to know how many of you want to learn this. Got it, Pile. I'm so glad you're ready to move ahead. Go beyond your insecurity. Get a clear, successful pathway. Become property buyers. Be property owners. Sure, Saiba, Anita, Simmer, Nidhi, Ayushi, Manisha, Sumta, Vasu. I see you. Got it. And what I want to tell you is that this checklist is fail-proof if you do the work. So it's already helped me as well as many other women in our community. They've bought their first homes whether they are single, married, some of them are mothers, some of them have bought property after their divorce, women at different ages, different stages in life. So the only way you will fail is if you do not show up, if you quit halfway, if you stay stuck in fear. And if that's not you, then keep listening. I'm going to share how this checklist will move you to financial freedom. And I want to talk about a divorced mother in our community who reclaimed her space. I'm calling her Pooja. Pooja is a divorced mother of two, and she joined this journey when she felt stuck and scared. She told me, I've never bought anything big alone. Within 30 days, she had clarity. She shortlisted 3 properties. She felt confident negotiating with the brokers. And when she bought her house, she said, this isn't just a home, it's a declaration that I can stand tall on my own. So coming to the details now of the home buying checklist experience, your step-by-step path to peaceful property ownership. Now we've spent years, okay, I've spent years simplifying this very complex system. It involves government departments, courts, tricky paperwork, and a lot of people who may not have your best interests in their mind. So I present this in a simple, action-oriented checklist for each session. I'll provide you with simple explanations, guidance that will make complex property buying steps feel approachable, doable. So I'll give you a step-by-step structure that supports clarity, confidence, and movement towards the goal. And what you'll be able to do with this checklist, you'll be able to know if buying is right for you right now. You'll be able to shortlist 3 smart properties that match your life goals. You'll be able to understand every term in your builder-broker discussion. You will know your budget. You will use it powerfully. You will say yes to a home that feels like yours with full clarity and confidence. And how you'll be able to do this is with 4 group sessions and a personalized one-on-one session with me. And I'm going to share what will happen in these sessions. Okay? So before I tell you what happens in the session, this is the schedule that I've put for the sessions. Okay? So 4 group classes will happen on May 1st, May 8th, 15th, and 22nd, Thursday classes, 7 to 8 p.m. with me. And personalized session, you and I will schedule at a mutually convenient time. And this will be for the top 10 people who pay right away. So here is what will happen in group session 1. We'll be shortlisting basics for buying a house. Like number 1, we'll evaluate your current life situation. So job security, family stability, city preference. Are you emotionally and financially ready for a long-term commitment like home ownership? Number 2, we'll use a readiness checklist. Like, do you have a stable income? Can you handle EMIs for 10, 20 years? Do you already have a basic emergency fund? Number 3, you'll think deeply about what you want from a location. Commute, safety, schools, parks, public transport, medical access, and future needs. You will assess builder reliability. So you will check RERA registration, online reviews, past projects, delivery timelines, and construction quality. Next, you will learn how to spot a smart property. Good natural light, ventilation, security, water supply, parking, neighborhood vibe, resale value. You'll understand property types, the pros and cons of ready to move in versus under construction. What suits your life stage and goals? Also, you will account for hidden costs, stamp duty, registration fees, GST, maintenance charges, security, society deposits, etc. In session 2, we'll talk about strategic property research and documentation. So we'll clarify your purpose. Are you buying to live, to rent, to invest? Your checklist changes based on this. Number 2, you will know how to evaluate appreciation potential. You'll look for growth zones, metro projects, school openings, infrastructure announcements. You'll map the local area, like you'll access to hospitals, roads, markets, offices, etc. You'll use online tools like Google Earth and property forums. You'll check property age. Like, is the building, say, older than 20 years? Is major renovation due? Maintenance costs could go up. You'll evaluate developer trustworthiness. So you'll look into court cases, refund issues, delivery delays, and customer service track record. You'll choose your agent smartly. You look for licensed ethical agents. You'll ask, what is their fee? Who pays it? Are they RERA registered? You look into the document checklist, the sale deed, encumbrance certificate, property tax receipts, completion certificate, sanction plan, NOC from society, builder, etc. In group session 3, we'll be talking about financing your home. So you will know your EMI affordability. You will use online calculators. Your monthly EMI shouldn't exceed 35 to 40%, 30 to 35% of your take-home income. Improve your CIBIL score. You will pay dues on time. Don't max out credit cards. You'll avoid too many loan applications. You'll compare home loans. You will use online aggregators to compare interest rates, property fees, prepayment penalties, fixed versus floating rate. You'll prepare documents like salary slips, ID returns, Form 16, ID, address proof, bank statements, property documents if pre-decided. You'll protect your loan with term insurance. In case something happens, your family doesn't bear the burden. You learn how prepayment works, partial or full, when and how to do it, how much you save in interest. You understand about joint ownership, like the pros, like higher loan eligibility, the cons, like legal complexities, how to protect each party legally. You will know property title issues like clear title, mutation, previous ownership, no pending litigation, etc. Session 4 will be a personalized 40-minute one-on-one session with me. So we'll map where you are in the process. Are you just starting, shortlisting, ready to buy? You'll get clarity on your financial health. How much down payment you can afford? How close are you to your emergency fund? You will review your top shortlisted properties, location, price, builder, amenities, resale, rental potential. You'll resolve open questions. Should I go with this builder? Is this location overpriced? You and I will build your 90-day action plan, like what to complete this week, this month, next quarter. And final decision checklist before booking. So property match with life goals, loan approved, paperwork verified, emotional clarity. Session 5, the group session. This is the last session where we review risk reduction and negotiation readiness. So we'll review the full journey, what's left, where do you feel unsure, read your builder buyer agreement, check penalty clauses, cancellation policy, possession terms, refund structure, smart questions to ask builders, the construction stage, legal approvers, RERA status, maintenance, timelines, discounts. You'll prepare to negotiate. So you'll be clear on what you want. Lower base price, free parking, waiver of charges, etc. Emotional readiness check. Are you saying yes for clarity or pressure? Financial booking checklist, where you'll be looking into the booking amount, receipt, provisional allotment letter, payment schedule, legal due diligence. So I'm repeating. Session 1 will be a group session, shortlisting basics for buying a house. Group session 2, strategic property research and documentation. Group session 3 will be on financing your home. Session 4 will be a personalized one-on-one session, which means 40 minutes. Group session 5 will be reviewing risk reduction and negotiation readiness. And if you're ready to commit to your home buying checklist experience today, then it's only for 4,999. And you can Google Pay, Paytm, you can use this UPID, you can also scan this QR code to make the payment. If you want debit credit card link, we can send it here. Once you make the payment, we'll send you the registration form. You need to fill that registration form before you leave this webinar so that we can help you get started. So who all are jumping in? Who all are ready to show up for their financial success as well as property buying is concerned? How many of you are a clear yes to being property owners? Got it, Manisha? Super. Got it, Saiba? Sure, Sangeeta, Ayushi, Shipra, Tina. Sheetal, could you please put in the payment link for credit card for Sangeeta? Sure, Dipali. Once you make the payment, guys, please confirm and I will confirm that I've received your payment. And then we will move forward. So everybody, payment amount is 4,999. Okay, 1 rupee less than 5,000, Saiba. You can scan this QR code, guys. You can type the UPID. Sheetal has put in the credit card link, Sangeeta and Tina. Once you made the payment, let me know, and I will confirm that I've received your payment.
We have a question from Mansi.
Yes, yes, Mansi, you will get a recording of the session. Absolutely. Absolutely. Saiba, we've received your payment. Thank you. Saiba will shortly share a registration form right now. You got to fill that registration form before you leave, okay? Everybody else, what are you waiting for? Yes, Manisha, we've received your payment. Thank you. Sure, Sakshi. What's coming in the way of you jumping in? Got it, Dipali. Yes, we've received your payment. Everybody who's sitting here waiting, isn't it time to stop waiting and get into action? Because only actions will give you results. We've put in the credit card link, the debit card link again. If you want to make the payment via debit credit card, please use this link. Okay, Saiba, can you just wait a minute? We'll give you a registration form. Can you fill that form before you leave? Sheetal, could you please give the registration form? Yes, thanks. Okay, Dr. S, we've received your payment. Could you share your complete name? Is that Dr. Sangeeta? Is that you? Yes, Sheetal, we have that. Yeah. Sure, Sangeeta. Got that. So Saiba and Dr. Sangeeta, please fill the registration form. Ayushi, Shipra, Tina, have you guys made the payment? Here is the form, Dr. Sangeeta and Saiba for you, and Dipali and Manisha. What about others? If you have questions, please type them in. Don't keep sitting with the questions. Make sure you move yourself forward. Nidhi S, we've received your payment. So warm welcome to the world of property buying. अनीता, काम तो आपको करना है, पर चेकलिस्ट आपको मिलेगी कि करना क्या है, क्योंकि हमें डायरेक्शन ही नहीं है ना, हमें पता ही नहीं है करना क्या है। एक बार पता चल गया कि करना क्या है और कैसे करना है, करना तो अनीता को ही है, क्योंकि प्रॉपर्टी बाइंग तो अनीता ने करनी है ना अपने नाम पे। प्रियंका ने तो कर लिया, अनीता। Okay, Mansi, we are waiting for you, so jump in. Anita, are you jumping in? And guys, if you have questions, type them in. Don't wait. Don't wait for one day, someday you will get into this. It's time you get into it now. Let me start answering some very common questions that I often receive about property buying and real estate buying. So if you really want to feel ready, everyone, financially, emotionally, strategically, you jump in, right? You want to buy a property in your personal name. You waited long enough. If you're ready to stop Googling and start doing it, then you say yes to yourself. You say yes to the property owner in you and join by paying 5,000 rupees. That's all where you need to start. Got it, Saiba? Thank you so much. Yes, Tina, we've received your payment. Thank you. Everybody who's paid, please make sure that you fill the form, the registration form, before you leave. Sure, Manisha, thank you. You know, some of the common questions I will now start answering, as all of you make the payment and jump in. Like a lot of people ask me, is this only for women living in metros? No. This program is for every woman who is ready to make that smart property buying decision, who is ready to begin, like take action and get that result, and not just sit there, wait there, right? Nothing changes when you keep waiting. Dr. Sangeeta, Nidhi, Tina, do confirm once you've filled the form, please. Ayushi, Shipra, Mansi, Anita, anybody else who's making the payment? I'm waiting for the four of you. And anybody else who's jumping in, type in me. If you're considering. Some of you may be sitting there wondering that, you're not ready to buy right away. Perfect. Then this is the best time to learn. Before you commit to property buying, the best time to learn is now. When you are not ready to buy, because you need to look at what all readiness you need to be able to buy a property. And can I tell you, it's a big, big financial success once you buy that property. You could be saying, hey, what if I don't have the budget for a property? Got it. We'll help you build one. You need to at least know things, right? Nidhi, you're joining the May batch. It's the May batch. Sure, Mansi, waiting for you. Yes, please write in May, Tina. Some of you may be sitting here wondering that you are single. And is it wise to buy a property alone? My answer is yes, absolutely. When I was 27 and I bought a studio apartment in Greater Noida, which is Delhi NCR, I was single. I bought a property in my personal name. And my goodness, how empowering that was. Even today, this 3 BHK apartment that I live in central Delhi, I bought it in my personal name. You don't need a partner to secure your financial future. In fact, buying early before you're married gives you more control. It gives you better loan eligibility and a sense of independence. We'll show you how to navigate this with clarity and confidence. Has everybody filled the form? Saiba, I know, has filled it. Nidhi, Tina, Dr. Sangeeta, have you filled the form? Tina, you've done it. Thanks. Sheetal, could you please check?
Yeah, Sangeeta, Saiba, Deepali, Tina, and yeah, we were just waiting for Nidhi now, the form.
Okay.
Everyone else have filled it.
Yeah. Okay, I've received the payment from Mrs. HN. I need to know your complete name, please. HN. Hina Nigam. Sure. It's 4,999, everyone. That's all that you need to be paying to get started. Okay? 4,999.
Yeah, Nidhi's form has also come through.
Okay, Sheetal, thank you. So we'll now wait for Hina's form. Hina Nigam. And I'm waiting for Mansi to pay. Anybody else who's paying? Anybody else who's considering joining? Got it, Sangeeta. Thank you so much. Another common question that, frequently people will ask me, women will ask me that I want to buy a house, but my family says that it is not the right time. Now that's exactly, why this checklist journey exists, to help you decide for yourself. You will be able to evaluate your financial and emotional readiness. You will learn how to say yes to your own self, even if others are unsure. Right? You don't need to convince everyone. First step is you decide for your own self. And this checklist journey exists exactly for that purpose, to help you evaluate from various aspects. Your readiness gets evaluated from various aspects. And I want to say this especially for women who are going through separation or divorce. For you guys, this checklist is even more important. If you're single, separated, divorced, this work is even more important. Because buying your own property in your personal name can offer you stability, security, a renewed sense of control. And we've had several women in similar situations who've taken this step with me with full clarity. And we promise to support you to the best of our capacity. If you are a Delhiite or living in any metro, 5,000 is what you will spend just for a dinner out, for a lunch. And this is such a big decision worth crores. which requires certain preparedness. So be willing to invest in your own skill building. It will take you very, very far. And I can tell you, most women who benefit, from this checklist experience, they didn't start with the goal of buying property immediately. Right now, it's about preparation, awareness, creating options, not pressure. So I'm repeating, the fee is only 4,999 for today. Jump in. Don't wait for that one day, someday to come. Your property ownership is just a few steps away. Trust the process. Hina, have you filled the form, please? Mansi, are you making the payment? Anybody else who's jumping in? Sure, Kavleen. Kavleen, what about you? Are you not jumping in? What are you waiting for? Arohi, Harjinder, Santina. What are you waiting for? Vanita. Sure, Mansi, I'm waiting for you. Sure. Sure, Mansi. Vanita, Santina, this is my push towards your property ownership. This dream requires you to get into action. Consider if I had not taken action, I would have not been here, sitting in my beautiful space. The most well-lit room with the best ventilation is my studio, my Women on Wealth studio, from where I work day and night so that women can be financially free, so that women can move forward. So trust you me, your dreams are possible. Okay, 2 more minutes and then we're ready to close. I promise that we'll be here till 8:30. So we'll close sharp at 8:30, 2 more minutes. And meanwhile, let me answer some more questions. Often women will ask me that, hey, I don't understand home loan process. Will this help me? Will this checklist help me? So I have, designed one full session, especially for financial readiness, where we'll be looking into EMIs, loan types, co-applicants, prepayments, smart decision making around loans. So you will walk away understanding what the banks don't always tell you. Yeah. So that's how I have designed the entire checklist for you. And some of you who are waiting here could be, freelancers. You could be business women or women who are on breaks. You don't have a regular job and you're thinking, can I buy a house without a job, a regular job? Trust you me, you can still buy. When I bought my first apartment, a studio apartment at age 27, I had no regular job. I had no regular income. And did I tell you that I prepaid my loan within 2 years? Right? I paid the entire loan off in 2 years. That's how I did it. Sure, Mansi. Mansi, how did you make the payment? Could you just confirm? Did you use Google Pay or? Okay, Mansi. Yeah, you use the card, right? Sure. Thank you. Mansi, could you please fill in the form? So, guys, if you are on a break, anything is stopping you, any reason is stopping you, I want you to assess that is it just something that you are allowing as a limitation? And my invitation would be, if you're really serious about reaching your goal, move ahead. Mansi, I've received your payment. I don't need the screenshot. Yeah, I can see it already. So we will help you assess your financials smartly. Don't let anything stop you. We will explore our documentation, how you can increase your eligibility step by step. Done, Hina. Thank you so much. Mansi, am I just waiting for you to fill the form? I am done. It's already 8:31. Sheetal, did you say something?
No.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So, Sheetal, we have Saiba's form, Sangeeta, Tina, Nidhi, Hina, and Mansi. Right? Okay. Okay, Mansi, you're saying you're filling up. Okay.
Yeah, we have everybody else.
Done. Everybody, if you don't know Sheetal, you must know her. She's my right hand, my eyes, ears at Women on Wealth. Somebody I cannot operate without. Today is her birthday. Everybody, please wish her birthday. It's her special day. And she is here so that women can become property owners. So thank you, Sheetal, for doing that.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Yes, I love that cake. And I'll introduce you to another team member. Here is Jyoti, who's also an IT professional. She's paid off how much? 70% of your home loan you've paid, Jyoti, in 2 years' time? You must share these things. Jyoti is sitting there hiding. Okay, yes, Kavleen, thank you so much. Hina, thank you for wishing Sheetal. Got it. Sheetal, do we have Mansi's form?
Not yet. We are just waiting for Mansi.
Okay. Vanita, do you need any support? Vanita, Santina, Saina, do you guys need any support in moving your own selves forward? Know that this is a safe space for women. We're really committed. I'm passionate about women buying a property in their personal name. I really think every woman deserves a property in her personal name. Done, Mansi. Thank you so much. We were just waiting for you to complete. Awesome. Thank you. Done, everyone. So thank you so much for showing up for your own dreams. You standing up for your own dreams. And buying a property is something you really deserve. So keep showing up for your financial success, and for everybody who's registered, I look forward to seeing you in the property buying workshop. This checklist is going to alter your life. I promise you that. And for anyone else, any woman you know, you want to refer her, please make sure you let her know about this checklist experience, get her connected with us so that she can move forward too. So let all your sisters know. Sheetal, happy birthday to you. And on this note, we close this webinar. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care.